I was crossing the street in Kuala Lumpur, the pedestrian light green, when a driver sped through the red, eyes glued to his phone. He missed me by mere centimeters. It's a small moment in the city's daily chaos, but it reveals something much larger. Kuala Lumpur is obsessed with speed and infrastructure, yet it's starved of civic maturity and coordinated planning. On the surface, KL appears to be thriving. Skyscrapers rise, MRT lines expand, and malls multiply. Even a former United Nations Habitat official is now the mayor. But beneath this facade, the city is fractured and incoherent. In the 2023 Global Livability Index, KL ranked 94th, trailing behind Bangkok and Jakarta, and far below Singapore and Hong Kong. Despite all the flashy projects, everyday civic infrastructure is neglected. Pedestrian walkways vanish into traffic. Flyovers slice through communities. Sidewalks and bus stops often double as parking lots or garbage dumps. Crosswalks, they fade into oblivion. Roads keep expanding, even though evidence shows this only worsens congestion. Here, the car doesn't just dominate mobility, it dominates our imagination. Public space isn't designed for enjoyment, but endured. Walking in KL is a chore. Cycling, that's an act of defiance. For wheelchair users or parents with strollers, the city is hostile by design. The message is clear: if you don't drive, you don't belong. But KL's challenges aren't entirely self-inflicted. The city sits within Selangor, where most of its workers live. Selangor's sprawling, low-density suburbs often lack transit access, locking families into long car commutes. Even when KL builds rail lines, Selangor fails to deliver last-mile infrastructure, no sidewalks, no crossings, and infrequent buses. So people drive, and those who can't are treated like second-class citizens. The two jurisdictions are poorly coordinated. Projects like Empire City Damansara, a dense, high-rise complex approved without mass transit, show how little planning synergy exists. Even transit-oriented developments follow the same flawed formula. Gated condos atop multi-story parking, linked to MRT stations by walkways, but surrounded by highways. Instead of investing in proven, low-cost fixes like sidewalks, bike lanes, and frequent buses, the government chases flashy tech like demand-responsive transit services, which already struggle under demand. Why? Because the idea of the city as a shared, democratic space still hasn't taken root. The driver who nearly hit me wasn't an outlier. In KL, there's a daily disregard for rules. Littering, red light running, illegal parking, and smoking in no-smoking zones. Call it out, and you're more likely to face hostility than reflection. So we retreat into our cars, gated homes, and long commutes, fueling the very dysfunction we lament. The current mayor may be sincere and well-credentialed, but the system around her isn't built for reform. Planning is opaque. Public consultations are held at inconvenient times. Enforcement is inconsistent. No matter how visionary she is, progress will stall if Selangor keeps sprawling, federal agencies keep building highways, and institutions remain weak. What KL needs isn't speed, it's imagination. I recently watched a documentary on Houghton, a Dutch town where children cycle to school and cars are routed around, not through, the city. It's a smart city, not because of tech, but because of thoughtful, human-centered design. In contrast, KL offers a familiar scene. Families of four clinging to motorbikes, weaving through dangerous traffic. This isn't just about transport. It reflects our values as Malaysians. KL doesn't need to become Houghton, but it must stop settling for so much less. We need to stop treating public space as an afterthought. We must ask ourselves, who is this city built for and who is excluded? Selangor must stop undermining KL with car-first projects, and KL and Selangor need real coordination, perhaps even a Klang Valley Planning Committee, to ensure well-coordinated people-first governance. Until then, we'll keep laying asphalt, inviting more cars, and watching KL speed past itself. More near misses, more families clinging to motorcycles on the MRR2, fast, distracted, going nowhere.